Feel incredible!
It's not a cartoon. It's anime. Yes. Welcome everybody back to another episode of Animeshun. Brennan,
Yo.
Ice,
What it do, baby?
Rob, where you at?
Hey, Rob.
No Rob.
No, Rob.
Wait, are we going to be nice to Rob? Because y'all always mean to me. By the way, you weren't mean to me last time I wasn't here. Y'all didn't even mention me.
Did we not?
We did at the end. We were mean to you
Oh, I
at the
listened
end
to the
a little bit.
beginning.
Yeah, we
Okay.
snapped at you on
All
that day. Rob's not here. He's with his parents doing. I got my parents are in town. I
man.
gotta spend time with them.
Hey, his parents are great. I spent time with them.
I'm
I
a
fully vouch for
perfect
that.
son.
His parents could have been on the podcast.
Right.
His dad. I would have definitely put his dad on the podcast.
See,
Oh, man.
Rob, what happened, dog?
Dang, you just
That's
left us
Harvey.
out. We could have had a family edition.
Rob
My
was
mom
like,
is
Rob was
here.
like,
my
fuck
mom
that.
is out here too. We could have just had a family
she out there?
podcast.
We should just
Yeah.
have like our
nice.
parents watch the podcast, like watch one episode or something or a movie,
and then
and
just
like
talk about
tell
it.
us what you think, and then we're not even in here, just them.
Yeah,
That'd
be great.
That'd be fantastic.
My dad be like,
Like,
this
I have-
nerdy ass shit, dude.
I have no idea. Speaking of nerdy ass shit, that was the very first time, like, I'm just going to keep it real, that I ever felt like super nerdy while we did the power up. Like, I just looked around at all of us and how excited we were, and I'm just like, wow, we are some nerds, bro.
My thing is, fight me.
Right.
Anybody got a problem with that?
I want all the smoke, bitch.
I want it.
Man,
Because
look,
I guess, and this is not even the topic of the podcast, but it was a topic that I threw out there. And it was just about, and we just say this real quick. I never got that title like that.
I did.
Yeah. I would get it, but then like I played sports.
Exactly.
So that
And then
that was my saving
Yeah.
grace. But then after like people realized like how into it I was, because everybody borderline, like everybody loved Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Like in where I'm coming up, like
Everybody
everybody loved
knows
Dragon
it.
Ball Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, knows it at least.
So yeah, so then everybody let that pass. But when they started seeing me with like Yu-Gi-Oh cards and shit, and then like doing like more intricate
You're a fucking
animation,
nerd.
they was
Yu-Gi-Oh
like,
cards.
You had
Alright.
Yu-Gi-Oh? Well, either way, welcome
played it.
everybody to Animation.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. You're
alright.
supposed to say that.
Yeah, I already said it.
Oh, you did? Well, I
Yeah.
say welcome, man. Like, I was trying to think, like, if you were to describe this podcast in like one sentence, how would you do it?
In one
Ooh,
sentence?
Yeah, I
the
know,
best
right?
fucking anime podcast in the world.
There's ISIS.
There's ISIS. I would say,
Didn't mean to say ISIS, but
yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
Don't
Hey,
come for us.
Oh,
sorry,
shit.
bro. Sorry, government.
I would say the dopest and funniest anime review podcast out.
Dope. All
yeah.
right.
What about you?
I would say that somewhere, if I put in one sentence, I'd be like, what is Animation podcast? I'd be like, it is the what's the guy's name? Vader. What's his
Darth
name?
Vader?
King
No.
Vader.
King
King.
Vader?
Yeah, I was like, it's like King Vader meets King Vader meets a podcast. Actually, is what I'd say, because it's like we're slightly hood, but not like super hood. Just kind of like he is.
I would say we were more Supreme Dreams. I would say
Yeah.
we're more that dude.
Yeah.
I say somewhere in the middle.
Both of them are fucking
Both of them are funny.
are
Yeah.
dope
But
as shit.
Supreme Dreams, like, because a lot of King Vader stuff is like, it'd be like a dance or something like that,
Yeah.
and it's mad happy and fun.
Yeah.
Where Supreme Dreams should be having me literally on the floor, like,
Yeah,
damn,
yeah.
this dude's hilarious.
That
Like,
shit is funny.
Okay, I'm with that. I mean, for me, it's just like being able to take like I would say, I don't want to be like we're the black perspective on anime, because we're only 3/4 black out in these streets. Today
Yeah.
we're 100%.
Black.
100% in this bitch.
I would
forever.
still consider us a black anime, but I mean a black. But
Did
black
you just give
podcast.
Rob like a black card for the
Nah,
podcast?
not at all.
I don't give anybody
Yeah,
white
we don't do,
black.
we don't do that.
No, we don't give out black
we don't
cards.
give
No.
passes.
Oh, all right, that's
No,
nice
we
to know.
don't
But yeah, man, what we talking about today?
do.
Um,
Well, you been giving out passes, Brennan?
No, I have not. I have
Okay.
never done that. I mean, but I
I wanted to say, you said it like, oh shit, let me go get my. You start texting.
Oh, let me
people,
get his back real quick. You know what I'm saying?
pull this back.
Yeah. It's like, no, you give your card or you give nothing.
Yeah, I just met with the black delegation.
They said, we ain't having that.
I gotta get it back.
No, we're talking about our favorite shonen anime and our worst shonen anime. So our three favorite shonen animes and our bottom three worst
Okay,
shonen animes.
so,
So go ahead with
bitch.
Brennan. Brennan made
No,
a,
hold on a second, guys. Like, I fucked up. So,
Yeah,
like,
Brennan made
I
an
own it.
error.
See, the thing is, like, I went way nerdy with this because I took the enunciation, not necessarily the spelling. So I just said, I read it one time in my head, and I was like, oh, I know what we're doing here. Because in anime, there's different types of, obviously, like, the thing is, when people think of genres, they're like, okay, is action, is it comedies, or whatever. Of course, there are those types of anime in genres. But anime are actually defined in Japan and 5 different types: shonen, shoji, seinen, josei, and kadomanuki. And so that's what I did actually, was like, oh, I thought we were just talking about shonen. And the reason that would make sense is because shonen is by far the most popular type of anime.
Right.
And, so I did some research on that. So I'm gonna just tell y'all what I came up with first, because
Condense it.
Right.
bro, when am I ever not efficient with what I say? Let's get it real, okay?
Let's get it real. I
love that he's the only one who laughed.
You know what's funny?
That's hilarious.
Everything like Ice, like even I feel like Ice's voice has changed even when he shaved. Like he shaved, like his whole face. It just like everything just feels different.
Yeah,
about
everybody,
him.
if you're not watching our YouTube right now, you should definitely just head over there.
Some
Go to
bullshit.
Animeshun Podcast
Yeah.
YouTube
And
look at Ice.
Look at this bullshit of a face that he has
Yeah.
right now. This
Ice,
is-
you can't even look at me. I
Bullshit,
can't.
ain't no
I can't take him
bullshit.
seriously right now. Like,
I
talk some
look
shit.
younger.
You look like you about to get slapped every few seconds.
Yeah,
like,
facial
your
hair-
face looks so ready to be backhanded. Like, it really does.
I want people to come, please. Please come back at me. See how that works.
He just
out.
looks ready for it, y'all. Like, his face is a landing
If
pad
my
for the knuckles.
then that's the same for your head.
Yeah.
Look, I'll accept that.
Yeah,
I'll
I
accept
mean,
that. I have
Both
a
of
very
y'all,
shiny
actually, I'm
head.
sorry, you got a hat on, but the same thing.
I got the cul-de-sac
Yeah,
right there.
we just
That's why
got
I
it.
the hat on.
Oh.
so.
Your art is
Ooh.
upside down. Y'all just, y'all
All
just
right,
the
so-
upside down version.
Our digression.
You got a cul-de-sac right now, bro?
Oh, man, you
Not
got
a
to
cul-
shade
not
that,
full- not
bro.
a full cul-de-sac, but
Let me see, bro.
It's-
you
it's
gotta,
growing.
You got
He ain't going to do it. He ain't going to do it. I bet he don't do it.
no. You ain't gonna pressure me to do something? Stop.
I told you he ain't going to do
You
it.
a little bitch.
Yeah, he
You
look a little bitch. He
She
ain't gonna do it.
do it.
He's a
Ooh,
man. He
damn.
show his head. You're showing your stuff without it. I'm showing
Right,
mine.
I'm out here, face ass naked, and you can't even
said
show up your
face
little.
ass.
because y'all clean. This isn't clean right
Come
now.
on, George
is-
Jefferson, let us
This
see
is
it.
the few, exactly. I want to be out here with the
I
George.
just want to see the
Come on.
bozo.
I just want to see you
The homie the
moving on
clown?
up.
Hey man,
Come on,
You're
good
not gonna-
times.
You're not
So-
gonna- yeah, go ahead.
5 different types, guys. And the thing is, what's interesting about this is, like I said before, this isn't regular genres that are that we normally delineate things for. They actually do it by age and gender. So a shonen anime is actually an anime that's intended for a young boy, typically between the ages of like 10 and 18. So that is most of the anime that we know. And that's what I thought we were going to be talking about today. So you're looking at stuff that normally has like, you know how before we always like, why is there always like a 15-year-old
Right,
protagonist?
right.
It's because that's shonen anime.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's meant to be someone that's relatable to them, even though they're pretty much grown adults in those.
And I apologize for not realizing that. So you can come for me at a certain point. So I definitely said that on the podcast. I'm like, why they keep having these young ass kids?
No, we
Yeah.
all did. We all
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
So I mean, but that really falls in line with a lot of like, we're looking at Black Clover, Hunter x Hunter. We're looking at Attack on Titan, Naruto. We're looking at Dr. Stone. We're looking at Fairy Tail, Bleach. Full Metal. The list goes on and on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pokemon, Inuyasha. All those you see that. Unfortunately, Curry go on basketball. But those are the shonen anime.
Oh, wait a second. One time, you a bitch for not doing that podcast with us last week. I just want to
I was
say that.
working.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you-
no. Not at all. Let's call this shit out.
No.
Brennan's a hoe ass nigga.
Whole ass bitch.
From like
Wow, guys.
tattooed on his neck,
Gentlemen.
on his face, 6'9" type shit.
There was no resistance for us changing doing it on Tuesday. Like
No,
when we
Normally we put our time. That's what happens, guys. Normally I'll be like, yo, guys, what day y'all available? We normally find a day. I say, okay, what's the best time for everybody? People, we go through times a lot because people work. People have different. They got to shoot things. We have auditions, different things like that,
I'm gonna
right?
drink my water right now.
And so we
bet.
found a time, and I think we were all available all day on a Tuesday or something like that.
yeah.
This is delicious.
And
water.
Brennan
It's
was
double
like,
filtered.
we said 4 was the time he couldn't do it. We could have did it earlier, but Brennan goes, it's
No,
all right.
we had
man.
Wednesday. We
Yeah,
had
I was
Wednesday.
I
the
was a
whole
little
Wednesday
parched.
We had the-
open.
we had the whole Wednesday, and Brennan goes, you know what?
And this
Just
is
do it.
just,
Yeah, y'all can. He's like, y'all can go on.
Just do it without
Tuesdays.
me. I don't want to watch this anyway.
This is fantastic, guys. This
Uh,
water.
that's
I don't know if you guys have
fucking
had
sick.
any. It's really
You gonna
good.
say I had to work?
And
no.
his excuse, and then he even said, he goes, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I didn't want to watch the rest of this shit.
Did you watch it?
Fuck no.
I knew
Yeah.
it. I bet my life savings
Fuck
on
no.
it that he didn't watch.
But I bet you I know
That's
what
a
happened.
cop-out.
I bet you I know what happened.
You don't?
What happened,
Yeah,
Brennan?
I mean, because you listen to the podcast.
No, I mean I
That's
listened to the beginning of it, but it's like
What happened?
the same shit that happened in all the other ones.
what- actually no.
no. Oh, was it good? Did you rate it higher? Exactly. I don't
We
give a
We
fuck.
didn't say it was
Yeah,
good.
we didn't
Yeah.
say it was good. We just said it was different.
It's stupid. All right, so moving on. So
Fuck
we already
that.
talked about the shonen. So next after that is shoujo, shojo, and that's it means in Japanese it means girl. So it's pretty much the same thing but for women. So there's a lot on there. This is
Kill la Kill.
I didn't know a lot of them. Actually, Kill la Kill didn't hit the list, but I'll tell you what list that's on. It's not on either ones I said. So like the closest ones like Vampire Knight, Nana, My Little Monster, Ouran High School Host Club,
Hoes
Kaiuchu.
Club.
host club.
Oh,
Our high school host
See,
club.
that's fucked up.
So it's like based on like just like girls living their lives kind of
I've
thing.
never heard of any of those animes.
Me either.
Mm.
I had heard of Vampire Night and Nana.
That
but I
sound
hadn't
like some
seen 'em.
shit on the CW.
So then we have Seinen, and this is for adult men between like the ages of 20 and 50. This
Don't
should
tell
be
me Kill la Kill is on there.
yeah.
That's sick.
Kill la Kill's on the list.
Sick.
And one of the things like these lists though, like some of them have overlay. So like for example, One Punch Man was on the Shonen and the Seinen list because it's like One Punch Man is an older person, he's a grown man, but that show could be watched by kids as well or young men. But then it's like shows like Trigun, Berserk,
I can see Berserk.
Cowboy
definitely being on
Bebop, Ghost in the Shell, Sword Art Online. Like those shows are the Seinen kind of anime. So then after that we get to the same thing, just another mirror of Josie. That's women 18 to 30. So I know you guys have heard of Yuri on Ice, right?
Yeah.
So like Yuri on Ice, Paradise Kiss, Pet Shop of Horrors, Nana again, which made both those lists. And these ones look more to me like Lovey Dovey or like Pretty Boy kind of stuff that you're watching.
Yeah.
And then the last one, you guys want to guess what the last genre is after what I just told you? I think this is
Like
really interesting.
old people, like grandparents.
That's your guess?
Like
No, it's not hentai. Hentai is a whole separate thing.
Sexy stuff. No, that was the older men one.
You gave like 2 or 3 guesses, bro.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are good? You exhausted on your
Yeah.
guesses?
I'm not exhausted, but let's go over.
It's called Kodomuki, and it's for children, 3 to 10 years old.
That makes sense.
So we're looking at stuff like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Digimon, Monster Hunter stories, things like that, and also some of the anime that we love because stuff like My Hero Academia crosses a bunch of them.
Really?
Yeah.
So
But
my-
they like have blood and
A little bit, but the list that I found online concluded My Hero on it because most of My Hero is pretty chill.
Yeah.
But you look at like think about like an 8-year-old watching My Hero Academia, they'd be lit.
I mean, but you got Inferno whooping Todoroki's mama ass and stuff.
I mean, but you don't see it.
Yeah.
You don't see it. They
But
just
it's
allude
still
to
the
it.
domestic violence.
As a kid, though, you don't even understand.
You wouldn't even
that until
understand
you
it.
hit like 18. You're like, this thing was beating her ass.
Yeah, because as a kid, you're
Yeah.
just like, oh wow, this is you don't know what's going on. You're like, that was weird, and that's it.
That's true.
So yeah, those are the different types. So what I did was put together like that, and I was like, that's what I thought my list was supposed to be. Obviously, I was mistaken because Shonen Anime we're talking about is a
Jesus,
single company
Come
that
on,
made
anime
most
god.
that made most of.
The anime god.
Come on,
over here.
anime god. You don't know what this
I am not. I'm not that. I'm not that at all, obviously. But so what we're actually talking about though is
It's our
Shonen.
top 3 shonen from the company Shonen.
Company Shonen that
That
made
they-
like every anime ever.
They're like
Pretty
basically
much.
Marvel. They're
Yeah.
like the Marvel of anime.
They run
You
shit.
just shit on DC though.
I mean, I can count on one hand how many great things DC has made. So,
You mean like movies wise?
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah,
Pretty
movie
much,
wise. I want to say they made a lot of other
of
things.
course, yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, so we're gonna give our top 3,
Mhm.
our worst 3. Anybody volunteering to start? Anyone wants to
Well,
start?
first of all, before we even get into that,
Okay.
since I didn't know that, they showed up to my office today and they were like, "Brennan, you messed up. Like, Brennan, you messed up. You were looking at the wrong stuff." So my picks, I had to figure out.
I wonder why I put it in a group text.
Look, obviously,
and
I
Ice
wasn't.
he didn't bat an eye. He knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
So look, I accept it. I fucked up. My bad. I apologize. I own it. I made a mistake.
Okay.
Cool. Can we move forward?
You know what?
now,
We have to because he owned it because he doesn't own shit.
yeah, this is facts.
What are
So,
you talking
He could
about?
have. He would have been like. Usually, Brendan would have been like, "Look at the text. You didn't even specify in the text
Yeah.
message." Yeah. Okay.
I'm surprised he didn't say the whole
I
specification
feel like
thing.
you guys
Yeah.
have like this whole extra perspective of me.
You
It's like-
did it yourself. This is perspective.
I don't know, man. I feel like
This
y'all
is-
got
this
some
is-
extra shit going
This
on.
is tendencies. We look at each
Are
other's
you guys
tendencies.
projecting?
No. We look at each
No.
other's tendencies and see
I
what we
think you're
do
projecting.
do it a lot of times the most.
Like I can be on time the rest of the year, and y'all still gonna say I'm late. I can be on time to this year and the next year, and this time next year you're still gonna say I'm
I don't know
late.
if you did it for a whole year. I'd probably give you a pass.
no,
at that
I'll be
point.
like, he's back on track.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
takes a
and
lot.
then
You
I,
have to
and
be
then
on
I
time.
could be late one time after a year being on time,
But
and y'all
Ice-
would give me
But
shit.
the thing is, Isla, like, you were late so much.
And you were
And so often.
asshole so much that
But I mean, the things that you're saying is not necessarily being an asshole. It's being strong-minded or like or
whatever
stubborn.
however you want to sugar.
Strong-minded.
You just showed
No,
it.
Stubborn, yes.
Right. He just showed it right now. You just proved my point.
How?
Because I called you an asshole and you tried to finesse it into something else.
He agreed.
No, he said strong-minded is like
You said
So I
it-
said
it'll be
stubborn. So he's
considered
like
strong-
stubborn.
Yeah,
There's a difference between being an asshole and being stubborn.
most
I think Brendan-
assholes are stubborn.
to a point.
Eh.
But even with the ice late thing, I think you would have to be. The reason why is because being late is so disrespectful to people
everybody
that,
else's
that people
time.
that came. That's what it really is. It's kind of
Yeah.
like. But anyways, we move on.
That's one of my
Let's-
favorite. I know we've talked about it before in the anime. Keenan, one of my favorite things about you in general is that you give a shit about other people's time. Like
Oh,
you,
yeah.
when you say you're gonna be somewhere at a certain time, like you are there. Like
I want
all
to be
the
there.
time.
I want to be there early, just because. Not even just the military thing. Because I understand Like, I don't like people being late on me.
Do you mind looking at Ice in the eyes while you're saying this?
My dad from the military too, and that ain't got shit to do with it.
I
Yeah,
didn't
I
say
don't know-
that.
I don't
I'm just
know
saying in
why.
general. I'm just saying in general. Just look at Ice in the eyes.
But the thing, like,
why you like to be on time?
I'm outside of this. I'm pretty punctual.
So we're just the people
I'm
who
just
don't
saying,
matter.
I'm the only person here that has a 9 to 5 that's not in this building. So that's 9 times out of 10 usually the reason that I'm late.
That is some bullshit.
That is the weakest shit ever. Because you agreed to the time ahead of time.
Yes.
You know,
And a lot of times you were having us come here early, so you wasn't coming from work.
The early ones I made.
I'm just saying, like,
This nigga.
I know, right?
Here,
Like,
boy.
he's talking about me being like stubborn and an asshole right now. He over here sipping his drink like he can't own.
I'm
how
the
many
I'm
times?
the one that brought it up, so obviously I own it. I'm just saying some stuff that's out of my control is.
Did you only get better at it because we gave you so much shit?
No, it was just me
majority
because I looked at it the same way Keenan is. I'm like, these.
But
these
you were
are
so
my,
consistently late. There's no way you could have looked at. You
the
mean you-
majority of the time that he was late was early times.
Yeah.
So when you come here and you be like, yo, I'll be there like at 10 a.m., right? You didn't go to work yet because you're going to work after that.
Yeah, doesn't
But
make sense.
but that's like residual stuff from work. That's sometimes I'm having shifts that's going into the next day. This is, I mean, she's right there.
Okay. But here's the thing though. Then that's fine.
she's right there. She can.
I-
Do you vouch for him? She says no. She says no.
That's that. Ice. At
You
the end
can come. You can come say it on the microphone if
Yeah,
you want.
if you
Can
wanted
can you
to.
come here for a second, please?
Don't.
No, please,
Don't.
no,
don't.
please,
She's not,
please.
No.
But even
No.
so. But even so, I respect that because my girl did. I would have been like, I would have threw a fit.
We're gonna talk about this later.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about this later.
You just gonna dog me on camera, my nigga? I could have said they were BSing off camera. There was nobody even there.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean,
Sure.
at the end of the day, it's like, even if you were, you're like, oh, I'm tired from the night before, you didn't have to come to the podcast.
I wouldn't. Now I feel like that's the ultimate disrespect.
No, it's not.
Not just showing up at y'all
No.
just gave the dude shit for not showing up to the thing.
I told
for
y'all I wasn't gonna
canceling
be
on
there.
it. No, I'm
Oh, you're
saying
talking about Chad.
Yeah, y'all gave
no,
him
but
shit for
communicate. Talking about
canceling.
communicating.
No.
Just communicate.
He called it the last minute and said, hey,
That's
that's
the
not the same
That's
thing.
the last minute.
No. If you know that
If you wake up to a text of me saying I'm not gonna be there, that's bullshit.
No.
that's
if
bullshit.
I'm gonna wait, no.
All right,
First,
guys. You know what I want to talk about?
we
Anime.
got to do this. Yeah, we got to do this.
We gotta
So-
talk about
and we'll get
anime.
back to that later.
They love getting into it though.
You were in. It was all three of us. Don't say us two.
Right.
But you guys
We're all
do.
into it.
All right, so
who wants to go first?
I'll
Volunteer?
go first because I had the least amount of time
Okay.
to look at it. So
Okay.
I hope you guys' lists are stronger than mine. I feel good about I really like my list. Though.
It's not about being stronger. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people are
Well,
going to have
no,
a very
mine's
similar
just-
list to ours.
I think they probably will, but for me, the reason I say that is because I didn't get to take the time to look through all of the anime they made. They made so much.
I don't think you change your list too much.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah,
you
I
would
I
either.
don't know it either. Though the thing is, if I didn't,
There
look
was
at all.
nothing on those last couple pages that was going to just blow you away.
They would.
All right.
They put their top up front.
All right, so my top three are My Hero Academia, Bleach, and then I actually put a tie for the third one. Is Demon Slayer and Blood. I do what I want, motherfucker.
It's his
And
list.
Brotherhood.
Okay.
So that's the top three, and then my bottom three.
How dare you?
What is the reason why and why do you put a Demon Slayer
Right.
after one season? I'm just asking.
After what?
After one season, it's already your top shonen. After all the shonen, that you-
It's just this show hits home for me, man. I love everything about it. I love the
It's
pace of
fire.
it.
I love it too.
I love the animation. Honestly, I don't have any notes on the show. Like I really just love this show. And so for me, it's like, I mean, the thing is, I felt similar to that, or not as strong, I think, about My Hero Academia. After season one, I was like, this show has real potential. But the My Hero Academia season was much shorter. The first season was only 13 episodes.
I can't
think.
compare the two. I think Demon Slayer is way better than My Hero first season.
No, it is, but the My Hero's first season was
That
13
could cry too
episodes.
much.
But what I'm saying though, My Hero, if the first 26 episodes of My Hero compared to the first 26 episodes of Demon Slayer is a much closer race.
The fact that
Closer.
you're putting Demon Slayer and My Hero in the same conversation.
No.
is
We're talking.
disrespectful.
No. We're talking about.
I know you're talking about
seasons.
first seasons, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, fuck.
Hey,
no.
look, well, it's fun. It's our opinion. So
Yeah.
I'm talking about what I like, and
So-
I really, really, really like Demon Slayer. I think it's an amazing anime.
I don't. You know what's funny about Demon Slayer? I feel like people are way on the like. This is going to be the greatest, or if not, it's one of the greatest already.
Or it's the worst thing.
Oh,
ever.
it's the worst thing
Yeah.
ever. There's no. I haven't heard anybody have an in between opinion right
Yeah,
now.
nobody's
even
like,
in
it's
our
all
group chat.
right.
Even in our group chat, I think people have been like, either it's either trash or it's like.
Oh,
it's,
if it's for you,
it's
it's for you.
fire.
If it's not, it's not. So you asked what my opinion was, and I'm saying like, yeah, like, and if I had to drop like one of the two off of like Demon Slayer or Brotherhood, I'm dropping Brotherhood off.
You
Ooh,
are sick.
wow.
I said it.
You are fucking sick.
So
Wow.
my bottom three.
You are
Oh, okay. Is that an order for your top three, or is this
No, that's the order.
That's the order.
That's the
sick.
order.
Why not? You got to tell me why Brotherhood is not. It wouldn't be in your.
I
top
like
three.
Brotherhood a lot, but I didn't like it as much as you guys. Like for me, Brotherhood was more of an emotional show than it was like a. I don't know. It was just that show was more emotional for me, and that I don't know. I didn't like the way. I know this is like I don't have a direct reason for it, but I didn't like the way some of the scenes in that show made me feel. Just being completely honest, like it just some of the scenes made me feel a little bit like I was just like, I understand what you're doing here. I just don't particularly like it. This isn't for me. So it's just like I got down with almost all of it. Like I think it's an excellently done show. That's why I made the list in the first place. That's why we're talking about it. But for me to say is like, do I like that more than like Demon Slayer? I enjoy Demon Slayer. I think back to my time of my impression watching Demon Slayer versus my time watching Brotherhood, and I enjoyed my time watching Demon Slayer more than I did Brotherhood. So if I had to pick one, I'm gonna take Demon Slayer, even though there's less of it.
Okay. Bottom three. Worst.
Bottom three, easily number one, all day. One of my least favorite anime of all time. Obviously, Gangsta was Gangster. Did they make Gangsta?
Not that I saw.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Like,
if
gotta
they-
qualify that.
Correct us if we're wrong, but I didn't see it on the show.
All right, I just had to qualify that, obviously, gentlemen.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you for giving me that
Understandable.
space for that. But my number one worst is Inuyasha. I hate that show. Number two is Kuroko no Basket. I really, really, really don't like that show. And number three is Dragon Ball GT because it's such a waste of life and potential and shitting on something that could have been so like.
GT had moments like when
Yeah,
people would be like,
yeah.
they always hit me with the GT had moment. It did.
I mean,
did
it had moments.
It had
I
moments.
just can't, I couldn't even get past the music in GT.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Like
Yeah.
I was just like, what is this?
I'll never forgive them ever for putting trunks and shorts and cargo shorts. I would
Yeah.
never forgive.
Only
y'all
thing
for
that
shit.
GT really made me feel good about was like they introduced like the first actual black character, like Oob. Didn't he come in GT?
Yeah. He came in Dragon Ball Z.
He came in the end of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but he was in the Dragon.
Then
He was
he-
just like in that tournament in the Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, and then he gets a
Yeah.
little bit of action in GT.
Yeah, so he did some dope shit in Oob. And I'm only saying that because I'm a black dude. I'm like, okay, finally, Mr. Popo ain't the black dude. You know what I'm saying?
And I wish
Like,
he would have gave Oob some black people hair, but it's all good.
yeah, I mean they gave him the Diddy Hawk
Yeah.
ish.
yeah.
But yeah, man, that's my
Diddy Hawk.
Yeah.
I throw it back to the early 2000s
Yeah.
out here.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, man, that's mine. What you guys got? Ice, I want to hear his. Ice is re-looking through his list right now. Looking through the
I
list.
just wanted to see if Gangster was on there.
No, just for the record, if Gangster was made by Shonen, then that is number one all day. Inuyasha will be
Every
number
day,
two.
it's the worst.
But while you're looking, I'm just gonna just talk a tiny bit about why I hate Inuyasha. Is that
Please.
that show felt like it was the biggest setup for nothing ever happening
Yeah.
all the time ever. Like there'd always just be like a build and a build and a build, and there's never any payoff in that show.
Yeah.
I can't think of one moment where I was like, that was super dope. It's like you'll even see powers. You're like, oh, I like the powers. I like the side. Like I liked the characters in that show. I'm like, they could do some dope stuff. Like this is about to be lit.
Yeah.
Never. The only person in that show that was really worth his salt was like Inuyasha's brother, and he never even really did
He
anything.
fucked Inuyasha up.
Well, he did, but it's not even like it was interesting to watch. Like
Right.
Inuyasha wasn't even like Inuyasha's supposed to be the star of the show. All he ever did was take L's.
Super.
Unless it's like super weak people, and then when he fought strong people, he took a huge L,
And they
and
didn't
it wasn't
even-
even interesting.
Yeah,
he never advanced to the next level. Oh, my sword now has the Fang power, and it doesn't do anything. Nobody cares
Yeah.
because the show sucks. So yeah, the show sucks. It was really all about it's a love anime disguised as a action anime.
And go ahead, Ice.
You know, you say what you want to say.
No, I'm gonna say I agree with Brennan.
Oh,
with
yeah,
that.
I
I
do
agree that it's very.
If I never watch another episode of Inuyasha in my life, I'll be happy. I was so mad Toonami had Inuyasha on so much. I'm like, this is fan service for people who like this, and I don't want to say who
For
I
the
think
ladies.
that demographic is. Maybe that's what I was gonna say, but
No,
I,
I mean it's not a sexist thing. You got to make your
think,
market.
I think Inuyasha would easily fall into the what's the category again? I think it would fall into the Josie,
Yeah.
women 18 to 30,
Yeah.
all day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what you got, Ice?
I really.
Well, we know it's gonna be Naruto number one.
Of
Go
course,
ahead.
100%.
Yeah.
Number one. Because
Shit.
it's one of the greatest animes ever.
Yeah, please continue.
But no, I'm just talking about Naruto for a minute. Like, it is a dope ass anime, especially with Shonen. Like, it's amazing.
I know his next pick is
my
gonna
top
be.
5 is coming. I mean, I went hard for Full Metal, so of course that's number 2.
Yep.
Full Metal is dope. I've been going back and forth. I was going back and forth with My Hero and Dragon Ball Z, just because Dragon Ball Z is still.
They made Dragon Ball Kai too, by the way.
I
I can't say Kai just because I didn't grow up with Kai, and Kai doesn't resonate with me. Granted, it's way better.
So much better.
Yeah.
And I always joke around and I say my hero is Naruto Kai, which it really is. Like, if you watch Naruto and you watch My Hero, like, it's the same shit. It's just they get to the shit a lot quicker than Naruto does. And I think that's why I love My Hero so much, because Naruto is Deku. Like, it's the same thing. It's just Naruto doesn't cry as much as Deku does. But yeah, so I went back and forth, but I think so. Then my top 3 would be Naruto, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, not the regular one, and then My Hero would be mine, because I really like My Hero.
It's great, isn't it?
It's amazing.
It is.
Anime.
Yeah.
I hated that it was so good and Brennan recommended it to me. That's the only thing I hate about it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I watched it. That was around the time that I came on the anime. Is I was already watching it, and then you was like, "Hey, we talking about My Hero right now," and I was like, "Okay, cool." Like, I've already been watching it, and so that's like when I came. So I always tie My Hero with you guys, just because that's when I came into the fold.
Right.
But yeah, it's amazing anime. And that's why I always give y'all shit, because I feel like y'all should really watch Naruto, because
hey man, you're gonna get a pick. So if you want us to watch that shit, then I will
have us to watch maybe an arc, but I wouldn't. No, because I think stuff would be out of context. So I don't know.
Like I told you, for me, I don't have an issue with it. From what I've seen from it, it's always been fire.
I think,
so
I just want to give a shout out to my boy Makoma Sampanya. He's a guy who I watched a lot of anime with when I was in college, and I still watch with. Like, he's a guy after every episode of Black Clover. We talk for a few minutes because we're just nerds like that. But he's the one who ruined Naruto for me, because he's talking all this junk about it, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna sit down with this. What should I do? He said, let me put you on, and he showed me a couple fights, and I was like, I'm never gonna watch this show.
I don't know what fight that was.
There was like some dude with like sand against some guy.
Yeah.
Against some guy with like that was like
Rock Lee.
Yeah. Rock, I think that's his name.
That fight is fucking hard, but that's a borderline like that. That's not even. That's a great fight. That's a great fight, but there's way better fights.
I wasn't into it. I was like, this is it. This is the fight that you show me that makes this show. I was like, I'm good.
No,
bro.
I can show you.
I wouldn't lead. If that's the case, I wouldn't lead with that fight.
No,
when I saw that fight, I thought it was pretty good.
Maybe
yeah.
I think probably what adds to that fight for you guys is the buildup of knowing who these characters are.
No, I don't know the characters like that.
I wasn't entertained.
It's just hard.
I don't even know the main character. I don't know the rest of them.
I was like, it's okay fight. This
yeah,
is
like
Sasuke
versus Itachi. I mean, I had a big list of different fights in there.
Well, for me, it's like, look, here's the number of, I don't know how many episodes Naruto is. It's a lot. It's like, here's the number of the episodes.
798.
Yeah, so it's like, here I got a 700 episode anime for you to watch. You see this fight right here? Completely makes it all worth it, bro. Watch it. And I was just like,
but there's multiple fights. There's at least 20, 30 fights in there that's like, this shit is worth it. 100%.
Yeah, the fights that I've seen on YouTube, because I just go on YouTube and watch some of them. And even when that was a Boruto fight, but
but it was still Naruto and Sasuke.
Yeah. So I was like,
that was dope.
And that's not even a top 10 fight for Shippuden. Like, they really get after it.
Yeah.
Okay. Bottom 3. Let me see what I had.
Isn't it hard to remember the bottom 3? Because I don't care about these.
Yeah.
Inuyasha was mine as well.
Number
for the
1?
same reasons. No, it's number 3. I'm going up. I'm going 3 to 1.
I'll just keep this hand to myself.
Yeah, I'm going 3 to 1.
I went for a high five, guys. He just denied my life.
Just because we wasn't agree. And then Kuroko no Basket, number 2.
Okay.
Wait. So you'd rather watch Kuroko than Inuyasha?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Huh. Go on.
100%.
Kuroko, you know what's funny? When I was looking at that Shonen list, they got movies for Kuroko.
I saw it. I that. I was just about to say that.
This is people who don't understand basketball.
4 seasons or so. Golly.
So okay, what's the worst one?
Number 1 is Samurai Champloo, because that shit is trash, bro. Like,
you know what's funny?
That shit is trash, dog.
I had 2 options in my head that he was gonna pick, and I was ready.
I can't even address this.
I was ready to like have a rebuttal, but even for this pick, I want to know. You said, I thought you said there's parts of what's the name, Samurai Champloo that you liked.
The blind fight and the gay dude fight. Like you just said.
To me, all the fight scenes were dope. All the fight scenes were dope in Samurai Champloo.
So wait. You'd rather watch Inuyasha than Samurai Champloo?
This is facts.
I have no more respect for his opinion.
This is
Keenan,
facts.
please, as you were.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I might lose some for you at that point too, because that's crazy. To rather watch Inuyasha, which is longer.
But I'm not. I can't act like I'm surprised right now. Like he's like, he is the troll's troll. Like, Like he's the one who probably went and made a bunch of Instagram
It was
accounts
such
just to vote for Kuroko no Basketball. So we had to watch it. Like
No way.
I wouldn't put
That'll
it
be
past him.
great.
I wouldn't put
That
myself
would have
through
been
that.
hilarious.
If you did do that though,
if you
like
did that.
I'll
I
give
don't
you.
even. I don't have that type of time. If
Yeah,
I did,
you got the time right now to be able to put.
If I
Samurai
did, I would.
Champloo is the worst anime they ever made that you've seen. Worse than
For
Inuyasha
Shonen, yeah.
and Kuroko no Basketball.
I mean, you got to think about stuff
Oh wait,
that I'd
okay,
rather watch.
but okay, so you'd rather watch.
See-
What was the part of the Kuroko no Basketball that you enjoyed? Like you enjoyed the blind girl fight. What part?
I got to watch the anime overall. I can't just go. I can't go on you like you said the last week. There's nothing on YouTube from Kuroko no Basket that I would watch on YouTube, but
But there's stuff on.
But that's the thing. I'm listening. I'm trying to put this together, and because I feel like I'm with Brennan on the whole troll thing, right?
Man,
The reason why it doesn't add up,
he just wants to upset me. I know it.
you or
Everybody. I think it's
the
everybody.
fan base,
Yeah, the whole fan
well,
base.
actually, because it'll get people talking. But we have to
If
address.
that's your goal, if you're doing that on purpose, you're doing a really good job.
no, I'm like that shit is whack.
Here's the thing, though. What he says doesn't make sense
No, it
because
doesn't.
even when we go back to the podcast and we check, we talk about dope scenes.
All the time.
A few dope scenes
Yeah.
in Samurai Champloo.
Yeah.
There's a few dope scenes that we saw.
What dope scenes we
two-
talk about?
two
Kuroko?
dope scenes.
We talked about a few dope scenes. It wasn't two. It was like damn near all the fight scenes that we talked about that we said this is pretty tight.
Fuck no. You might have said it. I didn't.
We all were in agreement with it.
No way. We can play
Hey.
the tape back.
We can, but we were pretty much all in agreement with it, right? And we all said if this was 12, if it was shorter, like around 12 episodes, it would be a pretty good anime. We all agreed about that also. So it doesn't make sense that
But it's not. You going off a hypothetical.
it doesn't make sense that Inuyasha is trash throughout. Kuroko no Basket is trash. There's no moments in either one of those.
Yep.
But you have moments in here.
Over 27 episodes.
Inuyasha has way more than 27 episodes.
I mean, that's I don't even think about Inuyasha in that sense as far as like long episodes and stuff. It's like
I'm just gonna let him have his, let him have his non-logic.
Well,
bro.
I'm not arguing it. I just understand.
I don't understand it either. But that's for me. That's like
it's my opinion. It's like like you saying all this build up. That's the same shit. Samurai Champloo is the same shit. A lot of build up for nothing. Build up, build up, build up,
But you
build
just
up,
said it
build
was
up, build up,
something.
build up.
you just said there was things that the build-up was worth it. You just said that.
I never said it was worth it. I just said there's two dope moments. I never said it was worth it because those two fights are not worth it. Those don't even hold a candle to any of the fights in my three. No, I was about to say any of the animes in my top three. Doesn't hold a candle.
And that's fine. I'm not arguing your top three.
I'm saying it doesn't hold a candle to even average fights. Like the fights are dope for what it is. It's like if you got 27 episodes of bullshit, and it's like okay. In other animes, this will probably be a mediocre moment, but for this being trash, this is dope. Like finally.
I can't agree with that, but I mean,
if you think about the greatest anime fights, either one of those fights don't come up in your top 20.
I'm torn right now between two thoughts. Like one thought is like I need to defend Samurai Champloo, and the other thought is like why with him? Why would I do that?
you'll be giving yourself a headache.
But
Exactly.
I'm
I don't
saying
want
if
to.
you
I just
think
wanna hear what your top
think
three
about
bottom three
your
are.
top 20 fight scenes in all the anime, those two, though, any of those moments from Samurai Champloo do not come up in your mind.
It was so funny because
The
the Inuyasha fight hits that top 20 though. Remember that fight that he fights his brother? You remember that? I don't
He's
either.
doing that on purpose.
Yeah,
But I'm saying,
I don't either because it's trash.
but I'm saying
There's no fight you can even bring up that's
there's
even
no
worth a
fight.
conversation.
That Samurai Champloo fight is not top 20.
That's not my argument here. My argument, or my actual points, right, are it doesn't make sense that this is your worst.
And maybe
whoa.
maybe it's a nostalgia thing. Maybe it's a nostalgia thing for me because I hated Samurai Champloo a lot more than I hated Inuyasha. Simple as that.
That's fine too. But Kuroko no Basket has no moments.
But I didn't hate it. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you saying this is
I
like you
hated
just
it.
said that was your opinion.
I
This is my
hated-
opinion.
I
Like my
hated
opinion
Kuroko no
is
Basketball.
I that was painstaking.
So what you got
Watching
for your
those
top three?
26. No, fuck that. I'm talking. It was 27 episodes that I watched, and they were painstaking to me, it resonated with me more than watching Inuyasha and Kuroko no Basket. Like I dreaded watching those episodes.
It doesn't make sense that all 20 episodes were that bad when we literally all said if 12 every single one of us agreed here if it was 12 episodes it would have been a dope anime. So that means it couldn't have been 27 bad episodes.
It was 27 bad. It's two dope moments. That's it. I get what you're saying.
Are you doing math here, Brennan?
I get what, but that's
I
cutting
told you where I'm
down.
torn right
That's
now.
cutting down so much
I made my
stuff.
choice.
You can't you can't add
cutting down 15
hypotheticals
episodes.
to certain
Huh?
things.
Just cutting down 15 episodes. But what I'm saying is, I'm just saying, if it's 27 episodes, right? And you said there's so much bad stuff, and you're saying all these different things.
Right.
You're saying,
And I'm also
and you
saying,
said- and you-
I'm
you
also
said-
saying
you
that
said-
this-
you
it's
said-
not resonating
you
with
said,
me.
you literally said if it was, you said it was 27 episodes of trash. This is what you said.
100%.
Okay, how is it 100% if we just say we cut it down to 12 episodes?
It's good anime.
It wouldn't be.
Y'all said that.
We all agreed that it would be.
I actually remember that as well.
That's what I'm saying.
I said I would have enjoyed it more, but I didn't say it was good. And like I said, it's like I said, if this man can say My Hero is on the same level as Demon Slayer, then I can say that this shit was trash.
No,
Because
no,
they're
nobody-
not even
nobody-
fucking. They're not even in the same playing field.
Nobody-
The first season of Demon Slayer is trash. It's not trash. Excuse me. It's average. It's mediocre at best. It's mediocre at best. And I said that when we watched it. It's mediocre.
You're the only one who
checks
rated it
boxes.
like that.
No, Rob said the same shit. That's what y'all don't go back. I want y'all to go back too. Go back
Uh-huh.
into these episodes
Uh-huh.
and y'all listen to Rob. Rob says a lot of the same stuff that I say.
What did Rob give the rating?
It was like 7 something.
7, almost
or 8.
8, 7 or
Yeah,
8.
7 or 8. It was pretty high.
But he said the same points that I made, that they're just checking boxes.
What are your top 3?
No, I'm just trying to figure out how does that make it borderline average, almost trash, if he gave it
A high rating?
a high. That doesn't.
But
make
he
any
said the
sense to me.
same thing I said. It's just that he gave it a higher rating. But you go play the episodes back. He says like, yeah, I have to agree with Ice on this. He's right. I just feel like they're checking boxes.
Hey, Rob, if you're listening to this, I'm so sorry, man.
He did
What? Nobody's sitting there saying that it didn't check boxes.
and
I
it
agree-
doesn't. And
I
it
agree
check.
that
And
I think- I
but
agree
it
that
doesn't do anything phenomenal. What on Demon Slayer is phenomenal? What?
I forgot. I mean, you want to get into this?
I mean, go.
I mean, I thought we did a whole.
The
we're 30
writing,
we're only 36 minutes in, so we can go.
the
we can
writing,
time.
not
Time.
phenomenal. The fight scenes, what? There's
I
no,
thought the writing was amazing.
Oh
I thought
my-
the
what?
fight scenes were amazing. I thought the
What?
animation was top notch. Some
The
of the best
anim-
animation
the
you'll
a-
ever see.
No,
I thought the
what?
soundtrack was
Where
amazing.
animation is better than
fucking Baruto's animation is better than that shit. There's a bunch of animes that are.
It's incredible, dude. Like when he
Anim-
cut off
which
when
one's
he,
the
when he cut off
that?
when they did the water fire wheel thing and cut off that demon's head. That was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in any anime.
God.
That was gorgeous.
I mean, it was literally a trending topic because how beautiful it was.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we're tripping.
It was on Twitter, like trending, not even for anime, just trending for how beautiful and how big of a deal it was.
No, but what does that mean? Like, it's not dope. Like, that stuff is average. All that stuff is average. It looks dope as fuck.
Why do
It
average
look-
things trend on
It looked
Twitter?
at dope as fuck. It's a lot of things that trend on Twitter
that are
that's not-
average?
of course,
Oh.
100%.
Damn, I guess I didn't understand how Twitter works.
100%. In
Oh,
the
man.
grand scheme of things, a lot of that stuff is.
Oh, okay.
he
Man,
was,
I'm learning so much today.
He was
Thank you,
saying
guys.
it was such a weird thing he was saying right now. He was saying it looked dope as fuck, but it was average.
But it was.
He literally
It
said
looked
that
dope, but
sentence.
yeah, it looked
It looked
dope,
dope
but it
as
was
fuck,
it
but
was
it's
it was an
average.
average fight. Like the
Average.
whole fight was average.
It really wasn't, but
It was. You got that one moment. The fight up until then, it was
incredible.
It was no.
If you're going off
Broke his
fight, if
sword.
you're going off fight choreography, I'm not gonna sit here and fight you with that.
That shit was whack.
But
Like
I
I'm saying,
think
you
the
got to
way the fight
understand.
was
Like
designed, though.
I've watched the GOAT. You haven't watched the GOAT of fighting yet, which is Naruto. You haven't watched the GOAT. You think Hunter x Hunter fights are dope? That shit is fucking whack. If you saying Hunter x Hunter fights are dope, that shit is whack. You even said the fight for
on, you can do it.
when Killua fought the ant. That shit was fucking whack. It was a montage. I put it in the chat and was like, look at this. That shit was a montage.
Oh, you mean like the big punch, the big strong guy?
Yeah, he kicked him, he punched him, and then it went in a big montage of how he got there. That thunder, whatever this shit is. That shit was fucking whack, and you quoted that as one of your best fights.
I
so
did?
I can't. Yes, you said watch this fight. You said
I don't
the
think I did
Karapika
that.
fight was that shit was fucking trash.
I didn't.
You
quote
said
that
the
fight.
Karapika fight was dope. That shit was garbage.
Karapika fight.
Versus
I'm
versus.
sorry, I haven't seen that show in years. So
But I'm
Karapika
saying,
is-
okay, that's
Oh,
on
with the
you.
guy with the spider.
yeah,
I love that fight.
That shit is it's trash. It's a whack ass fight. So this is like your take on fights is garbage. So you overhyping
so,
this
all right,
Demon
so look,
Slayer
we agree.
is whack.
You believe my opinion is trash. I believe your opinion is trash. And
No,
there
I
we
didn't
go.
say your opinion is trash. I
You
said
believe
when
my
this
opinion
comes
on
by
fights.
on
is
fight
trash.
it's garbage.
There you go.
Because you haven't watched dope fights like that.
All right, there you go. So you believe that based out of ignorance, my opinion is trash about fights. I accept your argument and I appreciate that. Now, Keenan, 1 through 3, what you got?
Good.
I want to know.
Hey Cam, could you put like a heated meter with ice talking? Sometimes it's like get boiling, like like or like a power like the 9,000 power level meeting that's going like his power level rising to 9,000. That shit was hilarious.
All right, I have 6 minutes. That's why I'm
okay. Okay. So my top 3, of course, Dragon Ball Z will be in there.
Yep.
Go.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I always battle between those two being my favorite anime.
Okay.
And then I have a tie also. My tie was My Hero Academia and Hunter x Hunter for my top 3.
Okay.
I understand people don't agree with Hunter x Hunter, but hey,
what's your bottom?
When it comes to shonen, shonen I have it's pretty much the same as y'all. It's Inuyasha, Kuroko no Basket.
Yeah, I hated that show.
Yeah, and then Trigun. Those are my bottom.
You are sick.
Those are my bottom.
You are sick.
Trigun?
Yeah.
Bro, so you rather watch Samurai Champloo than watch Trigun?
Absolutely.
Actually, I would actually rather watch.
Yeah,
you are
absolutely.
sick. Hell no.
The music alone, I would listen to. I listen to the goddamn soundtrack.
Bro, you're
Samurai
Champloo. He was a hater for Trigun. But it's way more. Even stuff that same thing. You said it was something dope. Like, oh yeah, this shit is dope. This shit is dope. Play the tape back. Initially, only time that it turned you off is when you realized he wasn't killing people. Once you realized that he wasn't killing people, that's when you kind of turned off.
Are you talking about Trigun?
Yeah. No, that wasn't the reason.
It was. I remember that because it was my pick, so I remember exactly what you were talking about.
The reason, no, I'm not disagreeing with you what I was saying. But that wasn't the reason why it turned me off as an anime. The reason why it turned me off as an anime, it was just boring. I literally said it was boring. I said the dope things about it, I was like, I liked his philosophies at the end, that he always had these dope philosophies at the end. The action was very lackluster.
You said it was dope until you was like, I just want him to start killing people. And then when he fought,
I don't know if I said it was. I don't know if I said it was dope. When he fought
that dude that came at him in the jail, you was like, that shit was fire.
That was dope. So I'm not arguing with that.
And you were talking about if you played the tape back for both of those, you like Trigun a whole lot more than you like Samurai Champloo.
No, and I said this a few times on this podcast already. I said this a few times on it. I told you.
You went back, yeah.
Yeah, I went back and I thought about it. I said if you want to talk about overhypeness, yeah. It was overhyped, Samurai Champloo. But when I watched Trigun, and I said on here a few times that I didn't like Trigun.
Yeah,
and we got into it for that. So why is this a shock that it's in my bottom? The reason why it's in my bottom because the animation doesn't stand the test of time, right?
But you got Dragon Ball Z in your top 3.
The animation on there stands the test of time.
It's the same animation.
The animation in Dragon Ball Z and the fight choreography in Dragon Ball Z is dope. The fights.
What?
The fight scenes in Dragon Ball Z.
The fight choreography in Dragon Ball Z is dope.
Yeah, when he's fighting.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
I literally just watched the Frieza fight the other day.
This is a running joke for all of us. Is the fight choreography for Dragon Ball Z.
No. I said
we always say how they do the stilts and the motion.
No. I said no. They don't do that. They're not doing that much in Dragon Ball Z. And Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball G. I said in Dragon Ball Super they got very lazy with the animation. They pretty much make it to where it's like two little balls just going at each other. I said that. I said in Dragon Ball Z you're actually seeing them fight, throw punches, kicks, and even in early Dragon Ball Z fights.
No way.
That's all I'm saying.
No way.
But what I'm saying with Trigun, the fight scenes are pretty much.
Well, they don't fight. It's
shooting up, bang bang. Those are below average.
I like the priest guy.
Yeah,
Woodwolf.
Yeah, he was dope.
Wolfwood. I'm sorry,
Wolfwood. Yeah, he was dope.
I wish.
And you gave a fuck about the characters a lot. I'm just racking my brain to all the stuff that you said about Trigun. Those episodes had a lot more enjoyment than the ones.
When I went back and looked at Samurai Champloo again, it didn't.
Wait, so what were your bottom 3 again? Inuyasha, Kuroko, and Trigun?
Yeah.
So Trigun's worse than GT?
GT and Trigun were battling hard, dog. Like I'm talking about, it was literally battling.
Oh wait, nothing.
What'd you say? Was that supposed to be funny? Okay.
No, it wasn't supposed to be funny. I truly forgot for a second.
But yeah, GT and Trigun were like literally neck and neck. And then I figured somebody else was going to have it. So I was like, I don't want to. Like our top 3 would have been exactly the same. There would have been no point of this because our top best 3 were almost the same.
Yeah.
So
I like how we all.
And
had
I feel like
more
more people gonna come for you for that being in your top 3 than
In my bottom 3 with Trigun,
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with it. It's like because
I don't know. I think there's gonna be a lot of people coming for you for Shampoo.
No, not at all.
And I think
Yeah, they will.
There's gonna be definitely people coming for you for Trigun.
Well,
I don't think
and
anybody's gonna say shit to me about my bottom.
And
three.
that's
you played
fine.
it. I feel like you played it safe though.
I only had 2 minutes to figure it out.
He had to figure it out.
I had 2 minutes.
I give you that. But my thing with Trigun, my legit argument with Trigun too is like it just didn't where I watched Trigun at in my life. Remember, I think I might have saw a bitter piece or two when I was younger with Trigun, but I pretty much watched Trigun on this podcast. So I'm 30 something years old watching Trigun. It's not hitting me. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yu Yu Hakusho was doing that to me at first, and then it got to me, and I was like, all right, cool, this is pretty dope. But it was the same thing. It's like I think for me, I caught Trigun at a bad time. Even with Samurai Champloo, the reason why I was able to be like, okay, it was sustainable because the music was at least probably the dopest soundtrack I've ever seen in anime.
No
I've ever
way.
heard of anime.
There's no way that music carries that show.
No, I didn't say it carried it. I said it's one of the dopest things about the show.
It is. It does definitely have one of the best
Yeah.
soundtracks in anime
And I'm
history.
saying there's
Yeah,
see, and
100%.
then those particular fight scenes that did happen in there was better than anything that I saw in Trigun.
No way.
I mean, I love. For me, the
was.
thing is interesting to me is like what I remember from the fight scenes is obviously, there was a bunch of fight scenes, and it's funny. Like you're like the gay dude fight scene. I don't even remember that. Like what was that?
That was like one of the first fight scenes.
So I remember the first. I remember the fight.
In that
The
hot
old
tub.
guy that
In
was
hot-
in the hot tub.
in the
and
hot
stuff.
tub, yeah.
The gay
I-
dude.
But even like the
Oh, like the old master dude.
Mhm.
even at the
That
beginning
never fucking came back. First off, let's talk about
That's true.
that.
Yo,
I'll
so
be back. Never fucking came
I
back.
like the.
I agree.
I like the fight. The very first 2 episodes, I really liked the fights between Mugen and Jean.
Like that
That
too.
was dope.
Like that.
The introduction was really strong. I
Mhm.
liked obviously the blind fight.
Mhm.
I actually the final fight with the guy that lit them
Up,
up.
yeah, damn near killed
Man.
Mugen.
That shit was
Woo!
whack.
Yeah,
That show was dope.
That shit was whack.
Alright,
And
but it's my
and
time.
all the
so y'all gotta wrap it and finish it.
and the breathing stuff that he learned for one fight, but then
I
never
like that
used
fight
it
too.
again.
But I like that
never
fight when he
used it
fought the
again.
guy with the sword that could throw the.
those are things that we talked about. We
That he
talked
could throw
about
the
that.
the sword things that
I
could like cut
think-
your body. That was
Yeah,
dope.
I think for even you got to get out here,
Yeah.
Brendan. All right, Brendan's out of here. But I think with that we just
Mr.
had,
Producer Bitch on Instagram.
I think with even that we probably have to go read the manga, and those things probably came back up in the manga, and it didn't get a season 2. You know what I'm saying? So I understand.
It
Like
didn't
I,
get a season 2 because it was fucking trash.
and I understand because like I said, it had particular moments that we were like, damn, this shit is just oh god, like it could have been cut.
Yeah.
But for me, like I said, when it comes to Trigun, like it's not. I don't sit there and think like Trigun is like this super trash anime. But I would never watch any part of Trigun again. I would go back and watch some of the fight scenes from Samurai Champloo, or at least listen to the music too. There's nothing in Trigun, and I understand people are gonna come for me for that. I get that.
I listen to the music. I ain't watching no fucking fight scenes.
But and I wanted to like Vash so much. Like he had moments, and like I said, he was a philosopher, man.
He was funny though. That shit and the show was funny. Like it was. It's not Mob Psycho funny, but it was funny. How silly he was. Like initially, you really liked that show, but then when they started hitting the same tropes again and again, that's when you kind of got away from it.
Initially, I don't remember liking the show. Remember, initially, I was just sitting there. I was watching the show. I wasn't sitting there like, yo, I like the show. I was like, this is cool.
Y'all go back because we need the listens and downloads too. So go back, listen to the Trigun episodes, and tell me if Keenan was feeling it or not.
And listen to the Samurai Champloo episodes.
And it was these are way different conversations. And
Yeah,
listen
but,
to both of
well,
those
and-
and see which one you felt he enjoyed
No,
more.
and I don't know why Ice is. I don't know why Ice is.
Because you
even
saying
get this.
you went back
no.
and then when you went back,
Yeah, exactly. So there's no. If you go back and say, well, how Keenan felt about Samurai Champloo and Vash, it's gonna sound like I like Trigun more because when I had to go back again and relook at Samurai Champloo, I told my points. So it's not even. It's hard. It would be hard to. There's no argument there at that point. You know what I'm saying? There's no argument there because I
putting
went
it in your. You saying G, but you say you put it in your bottom 3
of Shonen.
That's-
Of Shonen.
I know, but I'm saying over GT, and I know you didn't want us to list as him, but GT.
Literally, this is Trigun and GT. You can barely even see which one's above.
But
each
the
other.
fact that that's even in the same conversation, I think that's disrespect within itself. Granted, I'm not a huge Hunter fan, but Hunter x Hunter is a very, very good anime still.
Right.
And I wouldn't just because I don't like it. I didn't think it lived up to it, but whatever.
I mean, you said it was a good anime. So
It was a good
So you
anime.
liked it, but you
I
just
enjoyed
did
it.
it. But it was overhyped.
It was super overhyped.
Okay.
And I think you and Brennan got a lot to do with that. And then, but
That's fine.
after I got it from y'all, I went to other people and they shared your same sentiments. So it's like, all right, this shit about to be fun. And I said this before, but it's like it has all of the ingredients to be one of the greatest. It just didn't execute.
And I can get that on that's the thing. There's not many animes that has lived up to the hype. My Hero is probably the only. For me, My Hero and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood are the only two animes that somebody has hyped up like crazy. That I was like, yo, because My Hero and My Hero took a time for me. My Hero took it to about like the end of season 2 going into season 3 to be like, all right, this shit is like completely fire.
Yeah.
But that first 2 seasons, I was kind of like, all right, man, like I almost cut it off.
Yeah.
My girl liked it though. She loved Deku. She was like, she fuck with him. But like,
he was crying. It was rough for me too.
It was very rough for me at first. I was like, this shit is trash to a point. Cause of him. Not even. I was like, Todoroki's my guy.
Yeah, Todoroki is dope.
Base this shit off him. We good.
Todoroki is a monster, bro. Like he's still my favorite character.
Yeah,
like, Todoroki is the joke. Is like, even he didn't even use his fire side. Like just that his whole story. Was dope. Him,
To me, he has main character. Main protagonist, like energy and love. I think they could have based it after him. I understand why they did Deku, but
and I feel like people fuck with Todoroki more. Like fucking Meg Thee Stallion, she loved Todoroki, and that's what she called herself. Todoroki Tina, I think.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, Todoroki Tina.
So it's like
shout out to Meg Thee Stallion.
Shout out to Meg Thee Stallion. Come on
out
the
there
show.
Looking thick and good.
Pull up at the show. Somebody at her at the show.
Yeah, but that's my bottom 3. I understand that is I'm down for I'm ready to battle the smoke because it's not actual hate for Trigun. I'm just giving you my reasons why I don't fuck
I
with
want
it.
all the Samurai Champloo smoke. It's hate for that shit because I had to go through it and watch that shit.
27 episodes. I'm just glad that Kuroko no Basket is over. But
this is the after hours edition.
Yeah, no, we're gonna wrap it up. Rob, you wanna give your stuff? I think Rob's at RV Danger.
RV Danger.
We'll probably try to somehow get his top 3, bottom 3 if he has them.
He just do a singlet like Brennan did that one time.
Yeah. And then Brennan's Mr. Producer Face on Instagram. Follow him. Hit us up in the group chat, y'all. Ice, drop your stuff.
Poppy D Yellow. I changed it on y'all asses. I might change it again a little bit. Cause
why are you doing this?
I'm just doing. I don't know. I might
put your real name so it's like so people know how to find you.
That's what conversations that I was having. I think I'm gonna do it. She didn't know. No, these are conversations with myself. But I'm like, I think I might at least put Ice in it. If anything, probably Ice Poppy. I might do that.
Just keep it Ice. Well, I say keep it Ice McGowan just because that you're a brand of different things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you're a stand-up comedian. You fuck with anime. You make shirts. You do different. You have different things. You do sketches. You do different things, and your name is your brand. Your name is you.
Yeah.
Ice Poppy is like this ain't MySpace, nigga. Yo, Papadopoulos 32.
I feel like
Black Planet names and shit.
I feel
man.
like I think what I build, and I always saw it like say Ice Daddy, but I just don't want to put Ice Daddy. I don't know
because man got to call you Ice Daddy.
Yeah, and it just people won't tag me and be like Ice Daddy. Okay, I'm sure. But I think Papi Diello is just funny because it's Ice Daddy in Spanish. So I know, but I think I did say that like I am probably gonna change it. It might be, if anything, at the very least it'll be Ice Poppy, but it might just be Ice McGowan, Ice McGowan, because that's what the cool kids are doing. But yeah, either one of those, just keep searching until you find me. I'm one of those. By the time you hear this, I might have went through 4 or 5 names. I'm like Diddy out here. I ain't
gonna keep tagging different names, bro. When we putting these videos out, man, it's ridiculous. I'm Keenan Baker on everything, man. Instagram, stuff like that. Follow the Animeshun podcast page. Follow us at Animeshun Podcast.
Oh, I want to give. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I just want to give a couple shout outs. Big Quinn 903. He been hitting me. He said that he doesn't take that L with y'all. He on that Keith shit. Keith said he's not taking that L with y'all, but I told him
hard.
I told him, just like I told Keith, like, y'all got to take that L as a unit. Y'all got to take it as a unit.
Record label, as a company, as a brotherhood, sisterhood, all
y'all
that
are
shit.
all together.
Yep.
And Dragon Deuce, I think that's how he said, Dragon Deuce, he's been showing a lot of love. He's reached out to me, said he almost crashed listening to the podcast because of the shit we were saying. So, maybe you want to sit down in another place that's not a vehicle next time you listen to us, because we don't want no accidents caused.
I ain't gonna be the cause of shit,
But
bro.
I do not want your insurance bill.
Yeah.
I
We
do
getting
not-
sued for being liable? Nah, bro.
Nah, don't put us on your claim. That shit gonna go right back. But yeah, that's all. Shout out to those guys, and shout out to everybody that's listening to the podcast. Like, this is so dope having y'all.
Yeah, it's crazy to have people that listen to us. I don't even want to necessarily call y'all fans like that. I just feel like we a squad, we a
Yeah.
crew.
We're a team.
And also too, October 30th is our next Bonfire Story show. We have Tony Baker, Damon Wayans Jr.,
Yep.
Keisha E,
and Morgan J.
and Morgan J on the show. So pull up, man. 8 p.m. October 30th.
Mm-hmm.
We got a dope show ready for y'all, man. So yeah, come through, man. Pull up on us, and thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Animeshun.
Peace.
We out.
And so anime was solved forever.